This is for those of you who are having trouble believing that you can get enough protein in your day by simply eating plants. I didn't think so either, but you'll be surprised.
The best sources of protein are going to be your lentils and beans and your grains. That's because beans and lentils and soy products mostly have 7 grams of protein per half cup serving, and you need about 3 half-cup servings a day of those. This is just a pre-made grain that I did. I froze in the freezer. It consists of barley, rye, oats, and lentils. And a half-cup serving of this is about 7 grams of protein a day. This is purple rice, same thing in general. 7 grams of protein per serving. Oatmeal. 7 grams of protein per half cup serving. I usually put in my oatmeal in the morning some flax, some chia, some wheat germ if I have it, and maybe some nuts, all of which can give me, depending on how much I use, which is usually a tablespoon of each a day, can give me another 1.5 to 2 grams. So that's another 7 grams in my oatmeal. And that would be 14 grams of protein in my morning cereal. So right now, I need between 35 and 40 grams of protein a day. And by having 3 servings of beans or lentils and 3 servings of grains, already that gives me 42 grams of protein a day, and I would already be over. So for my size person, I need to cut back a little on these. I need to have about 2 servings of beans and 2 servings of grains a day, including my breakfast cereal. And then that'll give me 28 grams of protein. And then I'll usually have a salad, because salad isn't quite as high in protein, but has a lot of nutrient value throughout my day. But even for the lettuce, I would use lettuce, which is 85 grams for a serving of 2 cups of lettuce, and that is 2 grams of protein. And everything I put in that salad, the beets, the sweet potatoes, the zucchini or broccoli, the radishes, peppers, onions, tomatoes, all of those things add up to about 1.5 to 2 grams of protein for each one of those items that I put in. And by the time I put 10 items in, I have another 7 grams of protein there. And maybe that salad's going to end up being closer to 12 or 15 grams of protein. So quite a bit of protein. Protein in general is best if you don't go over the recommended amounts, because as we go over it, we get higher amounts of the amino acids leucine and methionine, both of which are associated with accelerated aging and inflammation. So you want to try to keep your protein levels at 0.8 to 1.0 grams of protein per kilogram of weight per day, or 0.36 grams of protein per pound. The World Health Organization actually recommends more like 0.6 grams of protein per kilogram per day. And one of the highest, most nutrient-dense foods we have, which is breast milk, is actually lower in protein than what most of us would think is needed for a very fast-growing, quickly developing human. But the research shows that we don't take high amounts of protein to develop brain and body muscle, bone, and for all our body functions. We don't require huge amounts of protein for that, and we can actually increase certain diseases because we are taking in too much protein a day.